Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a Friday night round from a room we did this last week. And basically, the theme of the room was we are in a kind of small, cramped map like Jaburo, so everybody take out your largest mobile suit. To that end, I'm in the Nightingale, and it's I seem to recall having a pretty good time in it. I thought it was in default colors, and I had just taken the weathering off, but these colors are not default, and I have no idea what I was going for or why. It doesn't seem to match any of the requests on my list. It doesn't seem to. I don't know what I was going for. Maybe I was going for a Santa theme at some point, since it's red with white trim. But I have no idea what I was thinking. So yeah. But that said, Nightingale is very red and shiny. Whatever I did to it has not changed this much, just kind of reallocated. I don't know what I was going for. Now I thought, like I said, I thought at the time it was just the default with the weathering off, but it's not. Okay, brain is gone, and I have no idea what I was going for. It's taken me so long to get anything like really solid with the Nightingale that I don't even remember if I had a purpose for this color scheme. That's kind of sad. But yeah, Nightingale is kind of tough to use. It is a very large target. It has a double charging beam rifle that, when it is fully charged, cannot be used while it is using its flap booster in the air. Its beam naval can also not be used while you're in the air. Unlike the Sazabis, it can't be used while you're boosting even. And yeah, I don't get it. Um, but it has some decent funnels. It has the rush funnels, which again behave like I have always expected Gundam funnels to operate, and also the auto funnels, which will just attack anything that approaches a given area, which I'm using to just get damage in against this other Nightingale whilst I am on the ground, which yeah, happens a lot. Melee wise, it's basically got in terms of it's got the O's kind of 1 and 4 set up. I don't think the single saber downswings are identical to the O's, but the quads definitely are. So managed to get out of that Sazabi's range, and also, like the O, that neutral that is just a stab has a lot more range than anybody expects it to. So, and you kind of need range when you are gigantic and easy to hit. Trying to get over there and plant the auto funnels while before taking a lot of damage. I seem to have been successful in that. And I'm just going to hide down here while they do damage. Every one of those flickers, I believe, coming up on my reticle is those funnels hitting something. So, yeah. And, yeah, unlike the other flight mode, flap booster can be used underwater. So, at least I think I'm pretty sure that's what I was doing. So, apologies if I am giving misinformation. I have had a very long day. But, yeah, I don't... What was I thinking with this color scheme? I don't get it. But, yeah. The Nightingale... the worst part is the color scheme may not be complete, because if I, was just idly working on this while I was in the lobby, I may not have even finished whatever it is I think I was doing. So, yeah, I got no idea. But, yeah, it is, like I said, it's not bad. It's just, I feel like it could be more, and it is probably eventually going to get buffed. I am surprised, honestly, that it has not yet, which means that, somewhere out there in an area I have not played in, there are people who are just absolute geniuses with the Nightingale. I saw Gundam Maniac come up on the screen and started to say absolute geniuses with the Maniac, but he can be an absolute genius with the Maniac. He is, he's really good. But yeah, right now, finally got killed by another Nightingale. And yeah, I have no idea what I was going for with that. So yeah, Nexo got me, then the Kshatriya got Nexo, and 10,000 8,200, staying fairly close for, you know, basically, an entire neighborhood, duking it out in very close quarters. And, obviously I don't mean the people in the neighborhood, because in this case, the buildings are the people in your neighborhood. But, yep, okay, caught the XS. The other thing being that because, again, it's a hover suit, I find it very hard on non-gigantic targets to land that full melee combo. The, neutral to downswing and then neutral to downswing quad. It's really kind of hard to line all of that up. And I am getting focused a little bit here because, again, large bright red target, middle of a very green place. I am going to stand out even to the other large bright red target. That said, the other large bright red target hopefully can have some funnels. Nope, didn't get those locked on, but I got them on the XS, so which stopped it long enough for me to do that. And yes, just skated right past with the first downswing, but managed to recover and take it down. Yeah, so yeah, this has interesting ranged weapons, but I feel like it does better in melee. Problem being that when I am not fighting, other giants, basically, I frequently have had the problem. Like I did a Nightingale round sometime recently that went okay, but I had a period where there was a Banshee just right in front of me, and the relative sizes, even of the, UC suits, which are slightly oversized compared to, unicorn suits slightly oversized compared to earlier mobile suits, it was still basically in my blind spot because it was front and center. To be honest, I think for some of these suits, oh, very nice. Nice to see somebody actually make use of that sniper's perch. I was going to try, but I think I overshot it and just skated right off the edge. But, and I was going to say something that I thought was... But yeah, just, I kind of feel like for some of the larger suits, they might want to have, like, just an option to make them, like, semi-transparent so you can see when somebody is up in your face. Because, I don't think that's an unreasonable request, given how, a panoramic monitor would actually, work if you could probably end up with a behind-the-shoulder view that also made you slightly transparent with, the right setup on something like that. Nothing that's ever shown up in an animation, but I think it could be done at any rate. But I think we just lost by a tiny sliver, but it was a fun time. We just did a whole bunch of weird-themed matches on Friday night, and yeah, this one was one that was just enjoyable. It's definitely the most fun I've ever had playing the Nightingale, because it's just, like I said, hard to use, can be fun, especially when you're playing with friends, but it's kind of GBO in general, I feel like. But, and, oh yeah, and then it hung here, and because connections have been weird on PSN lately, man, that is shiny over there. I was afraid I was going to get disconnected, but luckily I did not. So, yeah, 2 and 2, but 101,000 damage, so I'll take that. Also, not bad for just goofing around, I think. That is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! But yeah, has anybody else noticed, like, connections to GBO being a little bit trickier on the PlayStation Network lately? I just feel like it's been harder to connect and more prone to errors in about the last maybe month or month and a half. So if anybody else has had that experience, I'd love to know and see if it's, if it's a general thing or it's just my internet being Comcastic again.